Bortle here with the, whoa, we have Campos back on the channel, my goodness. And he's been winning locals non-stop, at least on Thursdays, with this badass deck, man. What's up, Campos? How are you?
Yo, how's it going?
What are you playing? What is that called?
My decks are always weird, so I don't really have a good deck name for it. I guess we call it 60 card Dragon Link Span.
60 cards?
Yes.
So you've been smacking people up with 60 cards?
Of course. We were never losing grind games. Like, I love playing decks that can grind, and this deck never loses whenever it goes like past turn 5.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Would you like to do any shout outs before we begin?
Shout out to Triff, because this deck is straight gas. Taking notes from him. Always shout out to Team Bortle.
Oh God, yes.
God, yes. Shout outs to everyone at locals. Wash your hands. Of course.
Oh, nice mat.
We're using the Dragonmaid mat because we're showing off our Dragonmaids. We play 2 nurse, 3 parlor, 3 kitchen, 1-in-1 of Lorpar and Ernest.
Would you like to do the too long don't read thing?
Yeah. So this thing, whenever it's normal special summon, it can special summon a Dragonmaid from the graveyard that's level 4 or lower. So these two. This one, whenever it's normal summon, it's a Foolish Burial for any archetype card in the Dragonmaid archetype. This one lets you search for a Dragonmaid, but then you have to discard a Dragonmaid card. And this one's, they also have a tag out effect during the beginning of the battle phase. They can turn into the big ones, depending on the level. This one turns into that one. These two turn into this one. And then they can tag back out. These can turn into these at the end of the battle phase. This one, that one, that one.
Where they go back to the deck? Or?
These bring out the big ones from the graveyard or the hand. The big ones bring out the babies from the hand only.
Okay.
So they're kind of like Gladiator Beasts. That's why I said tag out, because it's at the beginning and end of battle phase. I know Gladiator Beasts don't do it at the beginning of the battle phase, but yeah. I like this engine a lot. To explain a little more, like with Striker Dragon, you have a free way to get rid of like any one of these and bring this out with like an extender or something. So you can bring that back out and then you have like a bunch of dragon plays right there. These cards are insane when you're grinding out because having big beaters that you can bring out basically for free that recur themselves like all the time is just really, really good.
Crazy thing is they're all dragons too, so that's a major plus.
This one's Wind. That one comes up with Tempest.
Ooh, Tempest, the dude.
So yeah, there's more Dragonmaid cards, but that's all. That's it for the monsters.
Okay.
Then we play Rocket monsters. We got 1 Rocket Tracer. This card's probably worth playing at 3, but whatever. 1 of this guy, 1 of that guy, 1 of this guy, and 1 of that guy. So their effects rarely, if ever, come up in this variant of the deck. I know that UDS list with Rockets like really abuse this card's effect, but that's just not my goal. But they're all really good. They all float except for this one. This one doesn't really do anything. This thing has like an effect that comes up sometimes, but very rarely. But yeah, these all float into other rockets. They also have effects whenever you target them with Bortle Sword and Bortle Load. That's what they were actually made for, fun fact. So yeah, really good. This thing's a tuner. It's my only tuner in the whole deck, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, and Router. This card's free. Drawing this in a rocket lets you combo, and the fact that it lets you search for another rocket whenever it's into the graveyard, it's nuts. So going into mini engines, we got 3 Safert, because Safert by itself is 1 card dragon combo, because you play 1-in-1 of these. Pretty self-explanatory. The graveyard effect comes up sometimes too. And then more mini engines, we play 3 Darkworm, 1 Donut. Yeah, Triff. I'm taking notes. So, yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Sometimes you use the pendulum effect, bring out your rockets. It kind of comes up whenever you like have a brick hand. And then into the spicy one-ofs. Tempest. Sometimes I use Tempest as an effect to discard a Wind and itself to add any dragon from my deck to my hand. Really good. 1 Baby Ruler.
I forgot this thing's unbanned.
Yeah, it's not the spiciest. It is pretty spicy. I don't know. Whenever I get ashed, like discarding this and Darkworm's like pretty nice. even though they negate it. It's just good having like discard outlets in the deck because like a lot of my stuff has graveyard effects. Like this thing. This thing helps play around Nibiru. Whenever your dragons are sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can bring it out. So once per turn, but like it stops you from getting OTK'd. Like it really helps you get to the grind game. And that's what I really want to do with this deck. Brotar, another card just like that. Helps you get to the grind game. Gets you into like certain combos. Like lets you see the cards that you really want to see without having to like devote too much onto the board. Crusadia Draco. It's a wind dragon monster, so it comes up with Tempest. Another card you can discard to search, and it's an extender by itself. Galactic Spiral Dragon, really good. It opens up all your rank 8 plays. I play 2 rank 8s in this deck because 1 was not enough. Harbinger is not enough.
Okay.
Levineer. Love this card. It's nuts, and it's a searchable, just like this other card. Whoa.
Oh, hold up. Jeez Louise. Is that a price card?
Yes, that is a prize card.
Flex on this deck.
So, just like Levineer, it's an extender that's searchable, level 8, all comes up, it's dark, dragon, and with all the banishing that I can do within my combo, this opens up a lot of like additional plays, and like, it's never dead, basically.
Very nice.
Love that
Fun
card.
fact, guys, if you don't want to wait for the reprint, hit me up for this one, okay?
Yeah,
God,
Team
yes.
Bortle hooked it up. And then for the other spicy one-offs or like necessary stuff, is this stuff. This really helps you like lock in a grind game against your opponent, because then they have to go into battle phase to get rid of this. And then if I have Harbinger, that's like game. But if I don't, I survive for the turn, and then I just keep playing it out afterwards. Going into the spells, all the one-ofs, one melody. Search for Levineer and Chaos Emperor. Boot Sector Launch, searchable with Striker Dragon. Ravine, also searchable with Striker Dragon. Foolish, of course. Monster Reborn, of course. And then we play 1 Dragonmaid Changeover.
What does that do?
So this is what lets us fusion into our Dragonmaid fusion monster. I am playing that card, and it also has an effect in the graveyard where you can bounce a Dragonmaid to add it from your graveyard to your hand. This is like a Mystic Mine out, technically. It's not a very good one, because if you ever have to like end your turn to out Mystic Mine, you're probably dead. But in grinding games, it comes up like bouncing your Dragonmaids that are stuck on the board, and then just using their normal summon effects on the next turn. 2 Shrine. It's probably worth playing 3 because it's 60 cards, but 2's fine because there's also Foolish. So there's technically 3 in the deck. I think 4 might be too much. And for the 3 ofs, 3 Cosmic, because we were never losing to Mystic Mine. 3 Call by the Grave, combo deck, of course. 3 Quick Launch. Not once per turn. That's all I have to say about that. Free extender. World Legacy Guard Dragon. Late.
3 copies.
Yeah, another reborn card. There's a lot of reborn cards, so there's a lot of good like top deck cards in the deck. And it lets you combo whenever you have only 3 dragons. So you have like Romulus and Elpie, and that's combo. And then 3 Dragonmaid Hospitality. This card's a reborn, and it lets you special summon a Dragonmaid from your hand, and then you can Foolish the other bigger one or smaller one from your deck. And yeah, helps out a lot with the grind game as well. Top decking reborns.
Main deck right there, 60 cards.
Yes. And then next we'll go into the extra deck. Of course, we got the Link ones, Striker, LP, Pisty. Yes. All of these serve like the same purpose, where you can just like empty out. They're like trade your monster for an extra deck monster. That way it sticks. That way you can reborn whatever you just sent, or like use another card to extend, and it's all really good. It comes up a lot wherever I'm just like running out of like stuff in the graveyard, so I'll just turn one of my little ones into like one of these, and then like get rid of it, or like banish it with Darkness Metal, or do a lot of stuff with it. There's just like so many plays, especially with 60 cards. So going into the Link 2s, we play 1 Romulus, because only 1 Ravine. Yeah, I don't know. 2 Heretic Seals, because this is how you play around Nibiru. If you already have the Ravine, then just make this, and then like if you get Nibiru'd, it's whatever, because this effect will trigger whenever it's tributed. And
Does it ever come up for you?
yeah, it comes up all the time. It's also one of like my only additional light targets. So if I don't have a Seyfert in my graveyard, I could hard make a light hit the graveyard, so I could go into the Call-Up Serpent, or whichever one's the dark one. Yeah. And then Quad Bortle Dragon. Oh, my bad. Quad Bortle Dragon. This card's nuts. It lets you combo with like the most minimum amount of like effort. You whenever you have like 2 rockets and you don't have like a Link monster in the graveyard, you link into this, kill itself, bring back the rockets, and then synchro into what's it called? Bortle Savage. And then equip this to the Bortle Savage. Or like whenever you're playing against like decks that always have like a Link on board, popping Sunlight Wolf main phase 2 is always really good because you can always like attack over Sunlight Wolf because it's so small, and then you pop it and bring back stuff and then just keep going from there. It does lock you out of Link 2 and lower, but it doesn't matter at that point. Link 3, only play 1, triple burst. It's Dark Dragon, comes up for that reason, and the Link points, it comes up. Then going into Link 4s, 1 star yugioh because it's a dragon deck, weird. And then we play 1 Bortle Load and 1 Bortle Sword Dragon.
The OG combo right there.
God, yes, we have to go with the highest rating. Oh wait, is that BLHR? Pretend you didn't see that.
My goodness.
I think I have an OG lying around somewhere. Oh wait, one more, a Bortle Savage Dragon.
Man, the trifecta right there, guys.
God, yes. We're always ending our board on Bortle Savage, Hope Harbinger, and Heradic Seals. Speaking of Hope Harbinger, here are the rank 8s. 1 Xenophon and 1 Hope Harbinger. This comes up, the Rocket guy, we lock ourselves into dark monsters from the extra deck. And this is like the best dark rank 8 that I could think of. It gets huge after you're done with your combo.
The prize card makes this more efficient, right?
Of course, yeah. And same with like Harbinger. Like this being a dragon's cool. This being a dark is really, really cool. And then the last card in our extra deck, 1 House Dragonmaid.
Yo, hold on. Why do you play this?
Well, you see, I play the fusion spell, so we might as well make it live if we're gonna play it. Like I could play this without the fusion spell, but I think having it as an option is really good because it's like another discard outlet if I have any other Dragonmaid. And the effect's pretty good. Like if I'm trying to break a board, I make this, and then if I have a bunch of like babies on the board, I tag out, and then every time I tag out, it pops a card. Or it pops a monster, not a card. I wish it popped a card. Yeah, so that's the extra deck. Going into the side deck. 3 Dark Ruler no more, because this card poops on my deck. So I'm only afraid of my deck really. That and we're going into Dual Overload pretty soon, and this is really good against all those decks that do infinite negates and all this and that. And then 3 Drone Lock Bird. It's a good hand trap. Ends turns sometimes. Yeah, if I'm going second, I don't really have too much to worry about. I guess this is more for like I don't even know. I'm not too worried about other decks. 3 Nibiru. It's a light. That's pretty nice. 3 evenly. Breaking boards and stuff. I don't know. Like, I'm more playing a bunch of, like, going second cards because, like, 60 cards, you got to play, like, as much as you can. That way you can, like, draw into side deck.
One of them.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And then my favorite one, Mystic Mine.
Ooh, man.
No one ever sees the Mystic Mine coming in a 60-card deck, let alone in a Dragon Link deck. So they'll probably slide out their back row removal, and then you hit this, and then you win because you're playing 60 cards.
Yeah, that is insane. Well, it's always nice to see very new, innovative builds and stuff from new Campos.
Yeah,
Really nice.
Love playing these spicy decks.
My goodness. And again, guys, if you want to join Bortle Nation, just sub for Bortle. It's that easy and free.
Yeah,
God, yes.
wash your hands.
Oh, yes, wash your hands. All right, Campos, thanks a lot. Bortle out.